Welcome to Speaking of Sports. I'm your host, Jared Slack. This week I'm going to go over the MLB and NBA new schedules. Then I'm going to go over the MLB's hottest teams. And then I'm going to talk a little NFL. But first, I'm going to start with the 2019-2020 NBA schedule. The opening day of basketball season starts October 22nd. And right off the bat, we have such a great matchup. We got the Lakers versus the Clippers. If everyone is healthy, we'll get to see that Kawhi and Paul George versus LeBron and Anthony Davis matchup. This will be a good matchup and possibly two of the best teams in the West facing off. And the Lakers and Clippers are going to face each other 4 times during the regular season. The New Orleans Pelicans, led by rookie Zion Williamson, will lead off their season versus the Raptors. This will give us a good chance to see what that young star looks like. The Dallas Mavericks season opener is on October 23rd, and we're finally going to get to see what Luka and Porzingis look like playing with each other. November 14th is the date that the Mavericks play the Knicks, and this could potentially be the game that Porzingis gets his revenge against his old team. I do expect the Mavericks to get into the playoffs this year, but even if they don't, it's going to be an exciting season. Now on to the MLB. The 2020 season schedule came out on Monday, and the opening day for the Texas Rangers is March 26th of next year, and the opening day at the new ballpark is March 31st. I cannot wait to go watch a game in this new air-conditioned ballpark. It's going to be great for the players, the fans, and potential free agent signings for the Texas Rangers. Now on to some ball clubs that are leading their division and some teams that are in the hunt for a wild card spot. I'm going to start in the American League East. The Yankees are absolutely killing it, and they have such a powerful lineup. Holding on to that second wild card spot is the Rays. They have such a huge lead in the wild card standings, but now they have dropped down to that second wild card spot. In the American League Central, the Twins and the Indians are fighting for that number 1 spot in their division. This is a very tight race, and it's probably going to come down to those final games. However, whoever does come in second in their division would be taking over that number 1 wildcard spot as of right now. In the American League West, the Astros have taken control of their division with a 10-game lead over the A's. The Oakland A's have a 2 or 3 game they're 2 or 3 games back of that second wildcard spot. And if they get hot at the right time, they might take over the Rays for that spot. In the NL East, the Braves have a firm lead over their division with 8 games over the Nats and 9 games over the Mets. But everyone needs to keep a close eye out for the Mets, though, because after the trade deadline, they have been on a hot streak. In the NL Central, you have the Chicago Cubs ahead of their division, but not by much. You have the Brewers and the Cardinals just 2 games back. In the NL West, the LA Dodgers have a commanding lead with 20 games over the next best team. The Dodgers are so far the best team in the National League, and I think they have something to prove after losing back-to-back World Series. Every other team in the National League besides the Pirates and the Marlins are in the hunt for that wild card spot. It seems like everyone is around 500, and it's going to be a very tight race to the end. Now, who do you think will be that team to get hot late and make a run for that wild card? Now on to the NFL. I don't want to go over preseason football so much, but I do want to say this. How about that Cowboys defense? I think they only allowed like 28 yards from scrimmage. They only played 1 quarter, but man, they looked good. I do want to go over the talks and rumors about Dak Prescott's contract. I mean, of course, he's not going to agree to $30 million, and if his agent and him say $40 million, they're probably going to meet in the middle around 34, 35, which is a little higher than you should want, but that seems good to me. I mean, if you want a true leader on your team, that's who you need, and he will take you. He'll lead you to where you need to go. I saw that Amari Cooper's heel was feeling all right. He seems like he's going to be back soon. And also, along with the preseason, you're not going to see a whole lot of Kellen Moore's new offensive schemes as much because you're not going to want to show that to the rest of the league. But I do think this is going to be a good team. Hopefully we get Zeke back soon, and we'll just see where it goes from there. I would also like to talk about the Raiders with John Gruden over there and all that Antonio Brown stuff going on. You know, you had his frostbite on his feet. Everyone was talking about for a while. Then you had the new helmet thing this past week. That was funny. See, my deal is I might be wrong on this, but it seems like every time they upgrade equipment, upgrade helmets and everything, they get more concussions. And my thing is, I think if you got a pillow on your head, you're going to hit it a little bit harder against the wall, you know? So, I mean, how much concussions does a lacrosse player or a hockey player have versus a football player? Because I highly doubt they have as much technology in their helmets or as NFL football players do. That about wraps up things for this week. If you have any questions, comment below or please message me personally, and I'll try to get it in next week's show. Thank you for tuning in to Speaking of Sports. I'm your host, Jared Slack. Join me next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Time on the Mute Mogul Media YouTube Network.